Have you ever felt like life is happening to you instead of for you? Like you're stuck in a game where someone else is rolling the dice? I've been there too, feeling like a passenger in my own life. What if I told you that taking back control is easier than you think? It's not about controlling everything, rather shifting to what is in your control. It's about changing how you respond to what happens to you. I'm going to share with you the psychology behind what experts refer to as locus of control and give you 5 practical ways to deal with it and shift from feeling powerless to powerful. This isn't about toxic positivity, by the way. It's about genuine mental shifts that research shows can transform your happiness, success, and resilience. Hi, my name is Petya and I'm a certified neurolinguistic programming coach. I help people change the way they think so they can change the way they act and get measurable results that they hope to achieve. Welcome to my channel. What exactly is locus of control? Imagine your life as a car. With an external locus of control, you are the passenger, while other people, circumstances, bad luck, fate, or anything really are in the driver's seat. With an internal locus of control, you recognize that while you can't control the road conditions, you can actually control where you pass, how you drive. You're in the driver's seat. One quick way to spot your current mindset is to listen to your language, the words that you're using when you're thinking about something. An external locus of control would be, this always happens to me. With an internal locus of control, you can think, I choose how to respond, or no matter what just happened, I can find a way around this. Research shows that people with an internal locus of control are generally happier, healthier, and more successful, not because they have easier lives, but because they approach challenges differently. Now let's get to the practical part of this and look at 5 scenarios where we can shift from external to internal locus of control. Scenario number 1 would be the rain vacation. Imagine that you've planned for days, maybe even weeks on end to go on vacation, and you finally reach your preferred destination and it's pouring rain. If you have an external locus of control, you will say something like, I can't believe this is just my luck, vacation ruined, it's raining. While with an internal response, you could be, I can't control the weather, but I can control my experience. So where can I go and what can I do during these rainy days? Then you start thinking in opportunities. So you could go for a cooking class or a pottery class or a museum or maybe a VR experience. You could even do a socializing event, because if you are going to a bigger city, there's a lot going on. You could use meetup.com or an app like Time Left and meet strangers or meet locals. You could have a wonderful experience regardless of the rain. Or you could go visit a nearby gym and boost your endorphins and happiness. And so there's plenty of stuff you could try. You just have to be curious. You have to be open. You have to think in, okay, this thing that I planned outside is not happening right now, but what can I do instead? And be equally excited about it. It's not about pretending that you're happy about the rain, because that would be toxic positivity, like, oh yeah, the rain is not that bad, but you're boiling inside. No, it's about accepting the situation first and then recognizing where your actual power lies. Scenario number 2 would be the difficult boss. Imagine that you're in a workplace that you don't like and your boss is micromanaging you or nagging at you. You've had it. You could be thinking, with an external locus of control, my boss is impossible. They are trying to kill me. They hate me. Oh my God, I'm so stuck and I'm miserable. And then we have an internal locus of control, which would be, well, I can't control my boss' behavior and I can't change them, because let's be real, people change only when they want to, and even if they want to, change is freaking hard and it requires a clear goal, consistency, discipline. While I can't control them or change them, I can control how I respond. What can I do? I can set boundaries and say, hey, I am willing to hear you out, I'm willing to do all these things, but I would prefer a respectful tone of voice, or I would like to ask you to contact me not after work hours because I get stressed, or I'm currently dealing with a lot on my plate. Could you please consider this? May I ask for that? Suggestive language, still trying to build a bridge of communication. Sometimes it won't work. You could also set boundaries with how you don't want to be spoken to, and it's absolutely a no-go if they're being disrespectful. If that doesn't do it, you could change jobs because unnecessary stress is still stress. If it's bothering you a lot, it could result in health issues later on because stress accumulates in the body. I used to work in a call center and I worked there for a few months. It was, well, hard, and I really didn't get along with the management. We would have constant conflicts and we would argue, and they would refuse to see my point of view. So at some point I realized trying to explain myself here does not work. And me repeating that attempt over and over again is me wasting my time and words and energy. This is not working out. So even though I tried to do the best I could with the tools and education I was given at the time, I realized it's not going to be long term. So then what did I do? I thought, okay, I would like to make a switch, and I applied for a summer job, commission-based, selling tickets on the beach in Ibiza, because I thought I want to challenge myself, and I was feeling a bit not confident, I was feeling worried that I'm not capable enough because of this job. I started doubting myself, and I really wanted to see if I can put myself willingly in an uncomfortable environment where my direct output is reflected in the salary I get. I worked there for 3 months, and I felt proud and happy that I made this choice, but it was a choice that I made because I thought, okay, I'm done with my current job. I'm willing to test this out. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but I'm willing to try it. And I did try it, and it did work out. I managed to sell tickets. I wasn't one of the best sellers there, but I still managed to pay the rent, pay for food. I was just proud that I'm pushing myself to speak with strangers, get them to buy tickets. It felt like magic the first time it happened. Then we have scenario number 3, financial setbacks. Let's say that you've been hit with an unexpected expense, car repair, medical bill, whatever it may be, and it has disrupted your financial planning. An external locus of control response would be, why do these things always happen to me? The system is rigged. I'll never get ahead. While an internal locus of control response is, this situation is challenging, but I can work around it. What are some things I can cut out of my current expenses without sacrificing my well-being? What is something that I could postpone, etc., or what resources do I currently have? What creative solutions haven't I considered? You see, this internal approach uses breaking the problem into smaller, manageable pieces, researching payment plans, finding temporary ways to increase income. It's workaroundable. Then we have scenario number 4, relationship conflicts. Relationships can be our greatest source of joy or misery, depending on how they're going, whether it's with a family member or with a significant other. And an external response could be, they need to change. Why can't they see this? This relationship would be fine if they would just listen. And an internal locus of control response would be, well, I can't control their behavior. I can control my communication, boundaries, and choices in this relationship. With my ex, with whom I've been in a 7-year relationship, I would bend backwards because I used to be a people pleaser. Your significant other might be assertive, but if you're a people pleaser, you play a role in that. If you learn to set boundaries, then even if they're assertive, you can still say no, you can protect your peace, and there won't be resentment towards them because you wouldn't feel like you're sacrificing yourself to please them. With my ex, he made a choice to go abroad. He was like, I've had it here, I'm going abroad. He was like, do you want to come? I'm like, I don't think so, I'll think about it. But then he just booked a ticket for abroad, and he wanted to go there for a month in another country because he wasn't happy in the one we were currently at. I thought, okay, I actually like it here, I'd like to stay. And then he was like, oh, but come with me. But he made a choice without asking me initially, and he really had made his mind up. So I thought, well, that's your choice, and I respect it, and I support you, but I don't feel like going there right now. I am happy where I'm at, because I've been going to therapy, I've been working on myself, I started seeing the silver linings in my life. I just told him no. So that was a boundary. Then he went abroad, some things happened, and he said, okay, we have to break up. If I had gone with him, maybe he would have broken up. But you see, I don't want to put myself aside so that I could have control over a situation. No, I want to prioritize myself. I want to state, hey, I have boundaries. If those boundaries are not okay with you, then that's fine. It can still be respectful, but I have to put myself and my priorities first unless absolutely necessary or unless I'm making a needed compromise, which I'm willing to do, but in that case it wasn't. With a person who's treating you badly, you can say, okay, I don't appreciate your tone of voice. I don't like being spoken to like that. And here the thing is also, apart from saying it, you also have to act, because I could have said to my ex, no, I don't want to go with you. And then he could have pushed me, just said, hey, I really want you to come. And then I could have changed my opinion. Then my actions would say, oh, I agree with you. I don't have a boundary. I said I have a boundary, but I'm not actually keeping that boundary. You see, you do have control. Then we also have health challenges. Scenario number 5. A common thing is health issues can make us feel particularly powerless because we feel vulnerable, and that's normal. Whether it's a chronic condition, unexpected diagnosis, or simply struggling with fitness goals, health challenges test our locus of control. An external locus of control response would be, my body is betraying me, I got bad genes, this is how I'm destined to be. Some people can eat anything and just stay thin. It's not fair. But an internal locus of control response would be, well, I can't control everything about my health. I can make choices that support my well-being. I could go to the gym, I could feel better, I could be more energetic, I could cut out fast food, processed food that's not serving me, or food that makes me bloated. There's a lot you can do still. Before I end this video, I want to give you 5 practical steps on how to shift your locus of control so it works for you, not against you. Now that you've seen the difference between external and internal thinking across different scenarios, let's talk about how we can make that happen. First would be practice the power pose. When something challenging happens and you're tempted to go on autopilot about it and say, oh, not me again, just wait for 3 seconds, inhale, exhale, preferably do box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, then exhale for 4 seconds, hold again for 4 seconds, and then repeat. This is known to work for Navy SEALs. If it can work for Navy SEALs to calm down their nervous system, it can work for you. After you do this and calm your nervous system down, ask yourself, what part of this can I control? This breaks the automatic external locus of control and the rumination. Next, we have reframe your language. In neurolinguistic programming, we use reframing a lot because it helps us shift a broken mindset, which is kind of like a filter through which you see reality. We shift that one so you could see clearer, you could have an opportunity mindset. It's kind of like having glasses, and imagine that your glasses are dirty and you don't see very well. So then you clean your glasses and you have a completely different view. So instead of saying stuff like, they made me feel, or I can't, or something like that, replace those phrases with, I choose to. I can. It's about what is directly in your control. Number 3, create control zones. Draw a circle and write everything you can directly control inside it. Your thoughts, responses, actions. Write everything you can influence but not control in another circle. For example, how people perceive you. Also some outcomes. An example would be, you can control how prepared you show up at an interview. You can fix your CV, you can practice how you respond to certain tricky questions, you can practice how you present yourself, short and snappy, 1 minute, but you can't control whether they hire you. Maybe there's someone who is more qualified, but 100% can control is how you prepare to show up on time, to have that CV that's 1 page instead of 3 pages, and so on and so forth. Number 4, play the what can I learn game. It's also according to Carl Jung, the father of psychology. He would always ask himself, what can I learn from this experience? Regardless of whether it's something that you consider bad or just unfortunate, you can always think, okay, what's the lesson here? What can I change? So next time I get a different result. 5. Start a decision journal. Each day, write down 1 decision you made proactively rather than reactively. Over time, you'll build a concrete record of your agency and develop the habit of conscious decision making. According to research, people with an internal locus of control have higher incomes, typically 20 to 30% higher than others, report 40% higher life satisfaction, recover from setbacks twice as quickly, this is actually resiliency for you, and experience less stress and better health outcomes, not because they know what will happen or because they control everything, but because they know that whatever happens, they can handle it. I would like to say your locus of control isn't fixed. It's a skill you can develop with practice, just like building muscle in the gym, through consistency and repetition. Every time you shift from why is this happening to me to what can I do with this, you reclaim your power. The truth is, we all face circumstances beyond our control. The difference between feeling victimized by life and feeling empowered isn't what happens to you. It's in how you respond to it. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these scenarios resonated most with your life situation right now? And what's one area where you're ready to shift from external to internal locus of control? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe. I post new videos every week. I focus on practical psychology for everyday transformation. Remember, you may not control the wind, but you always control the sails. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.